Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, gentle practice to get some movement, some mobility, fluidity, lubrication, and opening through the hip joints. You may want a couple of blocks for the practice, and then also for the end of the practice, you may want a bolster. If you don't have a yoga bolster, you could grab a bed pillow or a couple of yoga blankets and stack them on top of each other, or even just grab a towel or a couple towels to stack on top of each other. So gather your things and come to join me on the mat. Bring yourself down onto your back. And we'll just take a moment to stop before we get started. So get comfortable. Find a little Shavasana relaxation pose here. Extend the legs down the mat. Let the feet roll in or out. Take arms out to the sides. Flip the palms up or down. You need a little more grounding energy today. You could turn the palms to face down. Otherwise, flip the palms up, open to receiving. And take a moment to just land. Settle in here. Let go of any muscular tension and allow yourself to just be here. Let your body get heavy. Let the earth hold you and support you. So you just feel held, supported by the earth, so you can let go of holding, gripping, tension, resistance. Let everything go. Let everything be soft. And take a moment to check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling today. Notice anything that comes up for you, thoughts or feelings, emotions. How does your body feel? Are you holding anything in your body? As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself. Honor where you are today. Let go of judgment and just be curious about what is happening for you mentally, physically, emotionally, and energetically. And begin to send your awareness now through your feet, your toes, your feet. And send your awareness up through the legs, lower legs, the upper legs. Send your awareness up into your pelvis, your belly, your abdomen, the low back. Send your awareness up into your torso, front of the body, the back of the body, the rib cage. Send your awareness up into the shoulders, the collarbones, the chest, the upper back, the arms, the shoulders, the hands and fingers. Now send your awareness up into your neck and your throat, your jaw, your head, your brain, your scalp, your forehead, the crown of the head. Let everything relax. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then sigh it out of your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose, sigh it out of your mouth, let it go. And then one more breath like that to clear everything out. In through your nose, sigh it out of your mouth. Now begin to bring yourself back, call yourself back. Invite movement into your body, wiggle fingers and toes, yawn, sigh, wiggle, stretch. Reach arms up overhead, bring the legs in, reach down through the feet, the toes, and up through the fingers, reaching long through the body. And then relax everything. And bring the arms down to the sides again. Now walk the feet in, bend the knees, bring the inner edges of your feet together and let the knees open out to the sides. You could, if you like, take your blocks here, tuck them underneath the outer legs, knees or thighs, if that just feels a little bit too intense on your inner thighs. But if it feels okay, you can go without the blocks and just allow the legs to open. Find a gentle opening through the groins, through the hip joints. And then bring your knees back up together. Now step your feet wide to the outer edges of your mat and allow the knees to drop in towards each other so the knees are knocking together here. And then bring the knees up, walk the feet back in towards each other. And now slowly begin to open the knees back out to the sides. But use some resistance here. Imagine that you're pressing the knees out into either resistance bands or you're moving the legs through something thick like honey or something that slows the movement down, brings in some resistance. So you slowly open the knees out to the sides and then slowly draw the knees in towards each other. So now you're resisting as you bring the legs in. So imagine that you're, again, working against some sort of resistance. Pretend that you're pressing your hands into the legs as you bring the legs up, or you're using a resistance band or something. Move through this a few times, slowly with resistance, opening the knees out. And then slowly pulling the knees back in towards each other. And again, finding resistance along the way. A couple more times, opening, closing the knees with resistance. And then next time you bring the knees all the way back up together. Take the feet wide, again to the outer edges of your mat. Drop both knees over to the right side. And then slowly bring your knees up through center and drop both knees over to the left side. And then begin to slowly wave the knees from side to side. Bring your knees up, walk your feet back in about hip width. Now extend the left leg down the mat, open the right knee out to the side and bring the sole of that right foot in towards that left inner thigh. Again, if you need a block underneath this right knee, please do that. Or tuck a blanket underneath that right knee if you need a little support there. And bring that right knee up, bend the left knee. Drop that foot back down to the mat, other side. Send the right leg down the mat. Now slowly open the left knee out to the side. Left foot moves towards that right inner thigh. We're finding a tree pose on our back here. And then slowly bring that left knee up. Draw both knees into your chest. Hands to the back of the thighs. We'll take it into a happy baby variation. Pull the thighs down towards the chest. Knees down towards the armpits, flex the ankles. Imagine that you're planting your feet up on the ceiling. Stay here with this, or if you like, if it's available to you, reach hands up for your feet, inner or outer edges, heels, calves, shins, whatever you can grab, and gently pull down on the feet. Keep the low back, sacrum pressing down towards the mat. And keep the feet and the knees drawing down. And then release your feet, draw the knees into your chest. Gently rock yourself side to side. And then find your way up. You can rock and roll back and forth if that works for you, or just roll over to one side, press yourself up. We'll take it into seated here. Now, take the soles of the feet together, knees open out to the sides here. Fingers around behind you, underneath the shoulders, press down into the finger pads, sit up nice and tall, reach up through the crown of the head. And then draw the knees up. You can cross the shins, take the hands forward, find your way down onto your belly. And then we'll bend the left knee, bring it out to the left side of the mat. Knee lined up with the hip, so you've got about a 90-degree-ish angle there with the hip, and then with the knee, bring that left knee, foot, shin out to the side. Bringing it into a half frog pose here. You can stay up on forearms with the head lifted, or if you like, you could bring the forearms to rest on top of each other, drop the forehead down. And then come back up onto the forearms. We'll send that left leg back to meet the right. And take it over to the other side, bend that right knee, bring that right knee, foot, shin out to the right side of the mat. Either stay up on forearms or again, make a little pillow with the arms. Rest the forehead down. And then bring yourself back up onto forearms. Right leg comes back in. Take hands underneath your shoulders. Now press yourself up. Come up through a table. Now take the knees wide, big toes come together behind you, and send your bum back towards your heels, coming into a wide knee child's pose. You can walk the hands forward, allow yourself to fold in here. Belly will come in between the thighs, chest, forehead down to the mat, or again, make a little pillow with the arms, or grab your block, tuck it underneath your forehead. And then hands come forward. Bring yourself up into a table position, hands and knees. Wrists underneath the shoulders, about shoulder width. Knees lined up underneath the hips, about hip width distance. And now gently rock your hips side to side. And we'll roll the hips around. Bring the hips over towards the left and then back towards your heels, bum back to the heels, and then bring the hips over to the right, come back up through your table, and a few times you roll it around, over to the left, bum back to the heels, bring it back up to the right, and then come back into your table. We'll switch the direction, now bring hips over to the right, bum back to the heels, hips move over to the left, you come back through your table, circle yourself around a few more times, finding your pace. And then bring yourself back up into your table. Now from your table, we'll step the right foot out to the right side, knee tracking up over the ankle. Then begin to gently rock yourself from side to side. And then line that knee back up over the right ankle. Begin to walk yourself up here. Come up to stand on left knee, foot, shin. Open the arms out to the sides. Warrior two on the knees. You'll take the right forearm over to that right thigh. Reach that left arm up over the ear, gently arching yourself over to the right side. Then we'll take the left hand to that left hip, bring yourself back up, and and then gently arch it over to the left. Right arm reaches up and over the ear. Back up, reach arms wide, come back through your warrior two on the knees, and then hands come back down. Right knee steps back in. Step that left foot out to the left side, knee over the ankle, and then rock yourself side to side. Bring that left knee to track back over the ankle. Walk your hands in, lift up through your belly, and bring yourself up to stand on that right knee, foot, shin. Take arms out to the sides, warrior two. And then left forearm to that left thigh. Gently arch it over to the left. Right arm sweeps up over the ear. Now right hand comes down to that right hip as you bring it back up through center, and then gently arch it over to the right, left arm reaching up over the ear. Back up to center you come, reach the arms wide, and then hands come back down to the mat. Let's take it into our downward dog now. Tuck toes under, press into your hands, glide hips up and back. Start with a generous bend in your knees here. Press down and out through the hands. Lift up through the forearms, up through the armpits. Lift up through the belly. Send the heels down towards the mat. Begin to walk out your dog, pedal out your legs. And then we'll bend the knees, crouch down, and then send your hips back up into downward dog. Bend your knees, we'll crouch down. This time when you send your hips up, send right leg up also, three-legged dog. Now bend that right knee. Begin to circle that right knee around. And then switch the direction of your circles. And re-extend that right leg out. Release that right foot down to the mat. Bend the knees and crouch yourself down. Send the hips back up to your downward dog. Send that left leg up this time for a three-legged dog. Bend that left knee. Begin to roll the knee around, few circles. It's big or small as feels okay for you. And then we'll switch direction of the circles. And then re-extend that left leg out. Release that foot down to the mat. And slowly step yourself up to the top of the mat or crawl up, whatever you need to do. Hands to the hips, press into your feet, and lift yourself all the way up to stand. Now we will take it into a little bit of a balance pose here. So if you would like to move towards a wall or grab a chair, just have a chair back next to you to hold on to in case you need a little support, please feel free to do that. So soften the knees. Begin to take the weight into that left foot. Draw that right knee up towards the chest. And then we'll bring the right knee out towards the right side as you cross that right ankle in front of that left leg. So coming towards a figure four, but we won't stay there. And then we'll draw the right knee in towards the left, and this time you send the right foot out to the right side. And just do that a few times. Right knee moves out to the right side. That right foot comes across the left leg. And then again, right knee moves in towards the left knee, right foot kicks out to the side. Couple more. You just shift that leg side to side. Release that right foot down to the mat. Soften the knees. We'll take the weight into that right foot. Lift up that left knee. Now left knee moves out to the side as that left foot crosses in front of that right leg. And then we bring that left knee in towards the right. Left foot kicks out to the side. Move it back and forth. And then release left foot down to the mat. Other side again, soften that left knee. We'll draw the right knee up towards the chest this time. And then open that right knee out to the right side. Right knee comes back towards center. And then open that right knee out to the side. Now, draw that right foot to rest on that left inner thigh. Or you could bring the right foot down to the left calf. Or you could bring the right foot all the way down to the mat and just take that right ankle to meet that left, or that right heel to meet that left ankle. So your version here of your tree pose. If you like, you can keep hands on the hips or on your wall or chair, or you can bring hands together at the heart. Maybe reach the arms up. Maybe palms together overhead, whatever variation you like. And then we'll bring the arms down. Release that right foot down to the mat. Same thing on the other side. Soften the knees, take weight over into that right knee. Begin to lift up that left knee, draw it up. Open that knee out to the side. Left knee comes back towards center. And you open that knee out to the side. Now take that left foot, bring it to rest on that right inner thigh or calf. Or you bring the foot all the way down to the ankle. Breathe here, smile, have fun with your practice, enjoy. Take your variation with the hands. And then release the hands down, release that right leg down. Turn to face top of your mat. Let's take arms out to the sides and up, palms together overhead. Soften your knees. Pull the hips back, fold from the hips, bring your belly down to your thighs, forward fold, and then bend your knees a lot, get your hands down on the mat, step back into your downward dog. We'll lower knees down to the mat. And now grab your 2 blocks and grab your bolster if you have a bolster, or pillow, or a couple of blankets. Take the bolster, pillow, or blanket situation, put it vertically on your mat. Grab a hold of your 2 blocks. Sit up in front of your bolster or pillow or whatever you've got. You may want to give yourself a little bit of space between the low back and the bolster, but see how it feels for you. And then slowly begin to lower yourself back onto the bolster. Take the feet together, open the knees wide, and then take your blocks underneath your knees, your thighs, to give yourself some support so that you can just completely relax here. No tension. Relax through the inner thighs. Close your eyes. And then you stay here for as long as you like. If you prefer Shavasana with the legs extended, you can do that. Let yourself rest, relax, let go of all effort, mental and physical. And let yourself just be you. Be here with you. And bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Connect back in. Notice how you feel now. And come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, and loving with ourselves. Be kind to yourself. Release your hands. Slowly draw the knees up if the knees are still out to the sides. And then slowly roll yourself over to one side. Press into your hands and then bring yourself all the way back up and into a comfortable seat. Bring your palms together at your heart. May you feel safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May your heart be open to love, compassion. May you know joy. Thank you so very much for sharing your practice with me today with love and gratitude. Namaste.